And good evening, everyone. Welcome to McFarland High School Rock Valley Conference basketball as the Spartans host the Bigfoot Chiefs. Chiefs will start out with Mason Bennett, number 10. Number 14, Eli Greco. 24, Jack Gillingham. 30, Gus Foster. And 24, Tyler Wilson. Bigfoot coached by Hunter Price. Spartans will start out. Pete Pavlik, number 3. Jackson Werwinski, number 5. They're both juniors. Eric Anderson getting the start tonight, a 5'9 junior, number 22. Garrett Larson, a 6'4 junior. And Max Hansen, a 6'7 senior. Jeff Meinholt, the coach of the Spartans. Pete, Spartans coming in 9-6, but they've lost 4 of their last 7, wanting to get back on track here after a loss to Edgewood on Saturday. First time these two teams played back on December 12th. Down in Walworth, it was 80-56, the Spartans. Bigfoot, Spartans 7-4 in the Rock Valley. Bigfoot 1-10, their only win against Clinton. They're 3-12 overall. They picked up wins against Williams Bay and Harvard. Not of the Ivy League, but as in home of Milk Day.
Say, that's a heck of a non-con there going Ivy League. Yeah, don't let that final score from earlier in the year fool you, though. Bigfoot actually started off 22-8 on top of McFarland in that game on the road. So McFarland, if they're going to want to try to get back in their winning ways here, they're going to have to come off to a better start than that. And here's a turnover right off the jump.
Looks like Bigfoot might have opened up in a zone.
Open up in a zone there, and I think on that post entry you saw a lot of double on Max trying to really get that ball back out of that post area.
14 is Greco, 10 is Bennett. They'll primarily be perimeter players. Inside, nice shot by Tyler Wilson. He is a 6'5 sophomore. Gus Foster, their leading scorer, number 30, also a sophomore, so a lot of youth here.
McFarland's going to have to do a better job on the ball pressure there. That post entry was way too easy. Easy drop step there. The help was a little late from Anderson.
So the Chiefs of Walworth, Fontana, and Sharon. 24 is Jack Gillingham. You remember that name from football.
Unfortunately.
Here's the drive by Foster. He'll take a step, get whistled for the travel. Again, the Spartans a little thin tonight here between injuries and illness. Going to see a couple of new names, and Eric Anderson has earned that starting position out there, number 22.
What he's done defensively for McFarland this year has really been incredible. You know, he's a kid who's just passionate about taking the best player and really competing and working hard. You're going to see him come up with 2 or 3 rebounds here where he's giving up 6 inches to the guys around him.
2-0 the score. Bigfoot early on here. Tipped away by Hansen, out of bounds. Saved. It's going to be off Bigfoot. Oh.
It looked like he got a little help from the sideline there. Thought his buddy had a better angle. I mean, there's your first example of what Eric's going to bring you. I mean, he's on the floor. He's trying to get that loose ball before it goes out of bounds, trying to steal those extra possessions.
Got to be a football player.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be a really good linebacker for us this coming season.
Bigfoot doesn't look like they're going to be in too big of a hurry. And a foul going to be whistled on number 24, Gillingham. Jack's listed at 6'5", so Bigfoot tonight comes out 6 foot, 6'5", 6'4", and 6'5". Might be a little generous on the heights, but
I was talking with our PA guy at the table there, Mr. Nordhaus. He was talking about all the great size that they had. I said, those are program heights. We'll see what it looks like when they come out. I think last time I was coaching, I listed myself at 5'9", just so I could feel really tall. So.
Nice drive there. That is laid up short. Gets his own rebound. That's Gillingham. But the Spartans come out of it. Here comes Pavlik.
Be interesting to see how McFarland adjusts because they're going to slow down their tempo here because of depth. Nice trailer transition 3 there by Larson.
So Spartans on the board. They're up 3-2. Having fun here, Rock Valley Conference basketball tonight. Our final, nope, second to last boys game. We'll be back on February 24th. 3 ball on the way, no good, but nice follow there by number 30, Gus Foster.
And you had a similar thing on the last possession when Bigfoot was down here. A lot of missed box outs. McFarland got the board, but they didn't put the body on anybody along that perimeter.
Hansen for 2. It's 5-4. To the rack, blocked by Hansen.
Great job pinning that thing up against the glass there by Max.
Loose ball, Bigfoot up with it. Fight in the backcourt here. Wilson's got it. Front court now for Bigfoot. Again, 10 is Mason Bennett.
Poor communication on the down screen there. They had a cutter come free.
Back out, Bennett. 3 ball on the way, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds to the Spartans. First substitution of the game.
Kyle Cuso, freshman.
First sub off the bench.
He's had some minutes here the last couple of games. I talked with Coach Meinholt before the game, and he's just been really impressed with the way he comes in and just makes a difference. He doesn't get bogged down with all of the new learning. He just uses his athleticism. He really hustles out there and makes plays.
We're 4 minutes in. It's 5-4. Nice fake by Hansen. Kicks it back out. Werwinski. He's number 5.
I think they missed Pavlik in the corner there. Good shooter. You got to get him the ball.
Hansen. Max with 4. Spartan lead now 7-4.
So patient down there right now, John. I mean, when he gets that ball, he's not in a hurry. He's waiting for things to develop, waiting for things to clear out.
Nice move. High arcer, no good by Tyler Wilson. Spartans down with the board. Lead is 3 for McFarland. And that's tipped out of bounds. Jacob Semin, number 2, comes in.
I would expect some pretty frequent rotations for Mr. Pavlik today. I know he's out here just battling. Really not feeling well, but out here giving everything he can to help provide some sort of depth for his team.
Werwinski shot on the way, back of the iron, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans. Again, 7-4 our score. Patrick and Stephanie on the cameras tonight. Andrew Day with the controls. And that's a turnover. Yeah, I got a few fans that made the trip up from the Bigfoot area.
That is always
the greater
one
Bigfoot area.
doozy of a drive.
It is. Add in a weeknight, and that makes it tough. Ball tipped away from behind. They're going to call Werwinski for the read.
Thankful no real weather issues. You know, it seemed like every time we would play down in Bigfoot, it was the first sleet storm of the year, the snowstorm where you'd get 6 inches. You know,
Football, you had a delay this year.
Football, we didn't get home until about 1 o'clock. It seemed like, and had that rain delay, storm delay in the second half, and Bigfoot came back out ready to go, and we were still in the locker room there for a little bit.
7-4 our score. Spartans by 3 here on February 4th, 2020. Kyle Cuso. Over to Werwinski. Pretty aggressive defense by the Chiefs. Hansen.
Establishing himself early right now. A little comfortable mid-range jumper, finishing inside with a couple of different moves.
Here's Greco. Nice fake by Greco. Ball tipped away. Blocked by Hansen.
2 blocks.
Here comes Semin. Kicks it back out. Werwinski. 3 ball on the way. No good. Chiefs out of there with the rebound. This is Bennett, number 10. Nice hustle by Kyle Cuso. .34 is Wilson. They call the reach. That's Kyle Cuso. That's his first.
Still early here, but McFarland, again, with the lack of depth that they have due to this injury and illness, they're going to have to make sure they don't find themselves in a pinch with some foul trouble.
Bryce Peterson, number 20, in for Bigfoot. Also 12, Basil Demko. That may be my favorite first name we've done, Basil. I love it. I'm going to get Anderson for the reach. Third team foul on the Spartans here, 11:46 to go in the first half. McFarland on top, 9-4.
Great communication defensively here. Started on the bench with Coach Meinholt addressing the baseline out of bounds or sideline out of bounds, and great adjustment there by McFarland's defense.
Nice drive, one-hander on the way, good by Demko.
Stance a little too open on that closeout there, given that straight line drive. Got to close that off so that he's got to go through the body or take a detour to route.
Demko also a sophomore, so Bigfoot with a lot of young players out there tonight looking good for their future. It's a 9-6 score.
Really feeling bogged down right now offensively. You know, they've gotten some good looks when they get Max a touch.
Seven on the drive, comes up short.
They just got to get that ball moving around so they can create a lane to get it into them.
And ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Bigfoot. Larson back in, Pavlik back in, Hansen is out, Anderson is out.
So now this will be interesting to see kind of how the offense runs with Max on the bench. Normally you can rely on some pretty strong guard play with Werwinski and Pete, but with both guys here, you know, battling through some different things, it'll be interesting to see how it all goes. It's going to be the second on Kuso there, John.
Yeah, they're going to call him for the hold. And Bigfoot has done that lob on 2 inbound plays now. Again, they saw a height advantage there, so understandably, and they're, again, throwing it over the top. And 24 is Gillingham.
If you can get the foul for it, I mean, that's even better.
Again, 10 is Mason Bennett. He's a senior. Over here to Gillingham. Foster posting up inside. Demko a runner good. Basil Demko.
Defensive communication errors there. They had 2-on-1 there, and they both kind of split off to pick up the other guy, and all of a sudden he's getting a nearly uncontested mid-range jumper.
It's 9-8, Pete. 1-point game. And Eric Anderson's 22, Semin is 2. Pavlik is 3.
McFarland's got some issues spacing right now offensively. They got 5 guys on one half of the floor on the other side of that rim.
How about Kuso, the little tip? Keep that ball alive, but Bigfoot comes out of there with it. Again, 10 is Bennett. 24, Gillingham.
Again, miscommunication. Got one guy coming clean on the weak side.
Peterson. No good. Boy, if he would have gone up with it right away, I think he would have got 2.
And one more dribble, I think he's got a kick out to that wing. Like I said, there was a miscommunication up top, and Bigfoot's going to have some open looks here if they can keep being patient with the ball.
Werwinski with the drive. Got the baseline. His first 2 of the night.
What a nice strong finish up at the rim there to get the and one. Using that offhand to kind of guard his body, guard the ball there. Really well done by Jackson.
11-8 the score. Try to pick up the 3-point play the old-fashioned way here. I grew up before there were 3-pointers other than the old ABA that used to use the red, white, and blue ball. I tell my students about that, and they're like in awe of that. Werwinski's free throw is no good, so the lead remains at 3, 11-8 Spartans. As we near the 9-minute mark, we have almost gone halfway through this first half. Bennett pulls up, no good. Foul going to be whistled.
I mean, you talk about the second time through in conference, and I know McFarland's got some roster stuff they're dealing with injuries and illnesses, but you know, this game doesn't look like the 22-8 game that Bigfoot started with at their place, and it doesn't look like the 80-50 game that they finished with McFarland. You know, you're going to be in for a dogfight here when you get to that second round of conference play.
Bennett's free throw is no good. There's a look at Coach Hunter Price for the Bigfoot Chiefs. Getting a young group out there, but playing us tough here tonight, just trailing by 3. Second one is on the way, is good. Bennett's first point, 11-9, 9 to go here in the first half. Garrett Larson kicks it out, Hansen. 3 on the way, good, long ball good for Max Hansen. He's got 9.
So correct me if I'm wrong, the 2 threes currently by McFarland are from 6'7" Max Hansen and 6'4" Garrett Larson.
That is correct?
Boy, that's a nice thing to have, isn't it?
Crowd firing up a little bit. The bench is at least. Demko is 12. Back out Peterson. Nice defense by Pavlik. Steals it away. Ryan Vogel, number 15, into the lineup. He's just a sophomore.
Great shooter, too. If he gets a catch-and-shoot opportunity, Bigfoot better get out on the closer. It's going to get buried from the arc.
A couple of kids out here Bigfoot really won't know much about. Larson from 3. That's long. No good. Bennett up high. Here they come on the break. Up ahead. They had Wilson, but overthrown. And 3 substitutions in, including Alex Schmitz. $14.9, Max Hansen going to bring it up.
Point center. I believe that's the term they use now, invented by Dirk Nowitzki.
Gotta love it. Well, he's feeling it up from 3. Oh, rounded out, no good. Foster skies for the board.
And that is a set play called specifically for him there. What great trust by Coach Meinholt and his big man there to dial up the three-point play for him out of the corner.
Again, Greco is 14. '24 is Gillingham. Wilson's shot up is blocked out of bounds. Bigfoot will keep it.
I think that's Max's 3rd block.
I believe
already.
so.
I mean,
there we are, Pete. We're on the. See if they've lobbed. They've lobbed every time so far. And they do it again.
And there you go.
Foster, no good. Leading scorer yet to score here tonight.
Need to do a segment called In the Huddle with John Wells.
Vogel, shot on the way. Good, Ryan Vogel.
Great touch, nice drive, going to his left there, finishing up with his right. Well executed by Vogel.
He's a 6'2" sophomore. Shot on the way, no good by Greco. Foster down with the board. Picks up, correction, I said earlier he hadn't scored. He's got 4. Werwinski on the drive, over to Hansen, back out Larson. Fake, goes up, scores. Larson with 5, lead is 7. Bigfoot wasting no time.
McFarland, big man, absolutely dominating right now on the offensive end.
Gillingham shot too long. Vogel with the rebound, gets it up ahead. Semon's shot is short. Now it's kind of a one and done here both ways. Foster kicks it out. Runner there by Greco, no good. Werwinski down with the board. Foster play on that football team, Pete?
Yeah, the name sounds familiar. I'm not as in-depth in the personnel as Coach Peterson is, but the name does sound familiar.
And Bigfoot down with the board. Here comes Foster. Drives in. Baseline blocked by Werwinski. Saved to Semon. Boy, that was right in front of us.
And he buried that thing into the floorboards. That was really, really well done by Jackson.
Everybody runs away. Leaves Jackson Werwinski open. 20-11, timeout, Bigfoot. Nice run by the Spartans. One of those where they stop the drive and all of a sudden everybody runs away. Jackson looks and he's like, boy, there's nobody even close.
Well, and that's one of those things that you get with a guy like Jackson who's such a great passer. You know, when he's in transition, absolutely he can finish, and he finishes really well at the rim, but you had better pickup shooters on the floor or he's going to find them. Like you said, he kind of does a little hesitation there, and all of a sudden the parting of the seas there right in front of you, and he gets to go ahead and get the pull-up J.
I think Andrew Day would have taken that shot. He remembers those Fayette days back in the middle school.
You saw on the transition there again, though, John, you had Larson in that trail position. That's something that Bigfoot's going to have to be cognizant of. Both Max and Garrett have gotten a chance. Hansen and Larson gotten some trailer threes in transition. They're going to make sure that they can't just run right to the rim. You've got to be able to pick up those shooters.
Upcoming broadcast, February 11th, will be the girls versus East Troy. February 20th, girls versus Edgerton. Boy, that'll be payback night after going down to Edgerton and getting knocked off by the Tide. And then our final broadcast will be Monday, February 24th, when the boys host Broadhead. That will be senior night for the boys. Lead is 9 for the Spartans as we need near the 5-minute mark here to go in the first half. Shot on the way by Bennett, long, no good. Nice box out by Hansen. Number 10, Nick Mitchell in the game. Hansen kicks it out. Vogel from 3. Good. You called it, Pete.
It's just such an incredible shot technique, shot form. It looks so pure. It's so smooth, and he's just got that confidence, the length. It's really incredible, and I think he's got a really bright future as a shooting wing here in the program.
Some of our younger kids really stepping up tonight. They're going to call an offensive foul here on Foster. So that's his first, team's third. They get him for an illegal screen?
Yeah, they got him on the moving screen there. We see the Vogel three-pointer there, but let's not forget Nick Mitchell advancing the ball up the sideline. Semin, instead of getting selfish, throws it into Hansen on the post. Hansen, again, staying patient, swings it to that baseline corner. There's a lot that goes into that play. We just kind of see the shot at the end.
So Vogel's shot no good. He's feeling it out there tonight.
Well, and again, one of the things you've noticed with Coach Meinhold here, has a guy hit a shot, what's he do? He calls a set to get him that look right away again. He wants to get that rhythm developed with some of the usual suspects on offense not being there today because of illness and injury.
Demko is 12. Kicks it back out. Gillingham, that's long, no good. Vogel down with the rebound.
Great job by Nick running the floor right down the middle there, gets himself back out to the corner.
Lead is 12. Hansen, back of the iron, no good. Bennett up for the rebound for the Chiefs. On the break to the rack, blocked again by Hansen, but right there is 34, Tyler Wilson.
McFarland has got to be cognizant, though, that they got into the situation Saturday against Edgewood, too. If all you're shooting are these perimeter jumpers and mid-range jump shots, you're not getting free throws because you're not getting the ball inside.
Another pass, an assist from Werwinski as Hansen finishes it off. Max in double figures already, and 4 blocked shots. We got a timeout, Bigfoot. Yeah, Hansen with 11 and 4 blocked shots here in the first half. So 25-13, 3:06 to go in the first half.
And I think he's got to have a couple of assists here too. I mean, he's been seeing the floor so well, and we joked about him bringing it up the court there and being a point center and everything like that, but when he gets the ball down on the block, that's what he is. I mean, he's a point guard on the block. He's able to go ahead and find that open man and make that next best decision.
So 3:06 to go. Spartan lead is 12. Yeah, the Chiefs might be 1-10 in the Rock Valley, but they're not going to go away easily. They, again, a young group, and they're looking to improve now the second time around in the conference. Foster hard to the basket. Off the rim, tipped out of bounds. Well, it went right off Ryan Vogel's hand there.
Yeah, I kind of saw what the Chiefs saw there. I thought that thing would be another lob on the baseline out of bounds here possibly, but.
Larson inside, no good. Contact. I believe that foul will be whistled on Demko. Nope, Bennett. Bennett has 2. Chiefs have 4. Garrett Larson will go to the line to shoot 2. These are the first free throws for the Spartans tonight. I believe they are.
I think it is.
Larson good. He's got a 3, a 2, and a 1 here for 6 points.
I believe that's hitting for the cycle, isn't it?
It is.
Maybe I got my sports mixed up here.
We blend them together.
All
so.
right.
Knocks them both down. Lead is 14 now for McFarland with 2:45 to go in the first half. Again, Foster comes in averaging around 15 a game. Bryce Peterson is 20.
McFarland doing a really nice job defensively here, communicating on the ball screens. You can see where they're leveraging the floor, really kind of pushing these guys to corners.
Nice job defensively by McFarland. Again, Bigfoot.
And that's that ball screen defense right there. They get the trap, get the leak out. Here we go.
Vogel on the break scores. Vogel with 7. The lead is 16 with 2 to go.
That starts on that defensive end. These guys really talking well. Coaches have them very well prepared for how they want to attack these ball screens.
Tipped away, got to travel. Nope, they're going to call a foul.
Looked like they sing.
Silent here. I don't know, maybe I didn't see it, but. Well, hold on now.
I think they signaled them for a technical, John. I don't know if Garrett was unhappy with his closeout and voiced his displeasure or what it was.
Yeah, it was kind of delayed, so that's why I was wondering what that might have been. So Mason Bennett is going to go to the line to shoot 2. 6 team fouls now on the Spartans. Free throw is good for Bennett. He's got 2, both of those coming from the line. Cuts the lead to 29-14. Second free throw for Bennett. Also good. So Bennett with 3. Bigfoot should get the ball out of bounds. So whatever it is, it's marked down as a foul on Garrett Larson. 6-team foul against the Spartans. Oh, he came in from out of bounds. Tell you what, Pete, I don't know if we've ever had this many calls made like right in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, all of the action is down here as it comes to the officials right now, so.
Lead is 14 for the Spartans. Nearing the minute-and-a-half mark to go here in the first half. Nice little give and go. Hansen up, fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's going to be whistled on Jack Gillingham.
What an incredible cut immediately after the pass. Too often you see kids, they'll pass the ball, they wait, they pause, they look, and then they kind of jog through. Max, decisive in his action. Move the ball to the wing, split right down the floor. Gets rewarded with a nice entry pass and a layup opportunity. Now he's at the line.
Hansen now with 12.
And what a great game for him right now to be able to come out and establish himself inside, hit some perimeter shots. Defensively, he is just an absolute wall down by the basket.
Lead is 16. Spartans doubling up on the perimeter. Inside goes up strong. Nice shot by Jack Gillingham. His first 2 of the game, 31-17. Key to the Spartans tonight, putting a lot of pressure out on the perimeter. Simmons' shot no good. Mitchell comes out of there. Bennett correction. And layup for Gillingham.
Good choice by Max not to force the effort there with the block.
4 quick ones for Gillingham.
Kind of got himself pinned behind there.
Lead is 12. 4-0 run by Bigfoot. Drive by Werwinski off the iron, no good. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Bigfoot. Tell you what, Bigfoot can go in trailing by 10 or less. This is a good finish for them in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps you in striking distance, gives you some confidence going in, especially when you finish the half on a high note. Lets you know that you can play with McFarland.
Boy, Gillingham taking over out here, 6 straight. And the lead is 10, and the Bigfoot fans are on their feet over there.
Everybody else get out of the way, man. Just let the dude go to work.
And a steal. And layup for Peterson is good. Oh my.
What a turnaround to end
An
this half.
8-0 run. 10 seconds to go. Spartans need an answer to stop the bleed here. 31-23. Need to get a shot off Hansen. That's going to be short. No good. So the Spartans go into the locker room, Pete, with an 8-point lead. But about a minute ago, it was a 16-point advantage. It is 31-23 at half. We're going to look at the halftime scoring here quickly. Mason Bennett for Bigfoot has 3. Basil Demko has 4. Bryce Peterson 2. Jack Gillingham 6. Gus Foster 4 and Tyler Wilson 4. For the Spartans, Werwinski 4. Larson with 7. Vogel with 7. And we will be right back with the second half after this timeout. John Wells, Pete Willickett back here from McFarland High School. 31-23 our score after the first half. And leading the way in scoring for the Spartans, Max Hansen with 13 points, including a long ball. 3 long balls for the Spartans here. None for the Chiefs. But again, Bigfoot finishes the first half on an 8-0 run to cut a 16-point lead in half. So Coach Price got to be pretty excited about that.
I think you're going to see a little different rotation here in the second half, John. You know, you learned some stuff about that first half. You got Nichols coming into the game here to start the second half. Going to see the tempo pick up a little bit, see the pressure pick up a little bit, and see if they can execute.
So Ethan Nichols is number 0.
Turnover
Loose
right
ball,
here.
Turnover, Nichols gets it. 5 seconds into the game, he gets a steal.
It's a great sub right there.
Spartans need to just get that momentum back. Pavlik from 3, and good.
He may only be about 70% health-wise, but he's also 70% from 3, I'm pretty sure, so keep
Nichols,
letting him knock it down.
Nichols with another steal. Pavlik's shot is short. Here come the Chiefs all the way to the rack. Lay-in by Gillingham is good. He's got 8. Lead is 9 for the Spartans.
Transition defense there. You got to stop that ball. They had a couple guys showing at it, but you got to make sure you get all the way in front and take away that rim.
Wawinski is 5, guarded by Eli Greco. Over here, Pavlik, 3 on the way. Good, Pete Pavlik. Pavlik, 2 threes here in the second half. Spartans up 12, 37-25. Whatever Coach Meinholt said at halftime, it's sinking in. Good start for McFarland.
They're down a guy, though. They're mismatched here. They're missing someone on the wing.
Foster with the rebound, blocked by Hansen. That's 5 blocks for Max Hansen. Shot on the way is good. That's number 34, Tyler Wilson.
See, they had 2 pick up the ball on the wing there right away, and then once the pass came out, didn't have enough rotate.
Again, Bigfoot with a 6'5" and a 6'4" sophomore in that lineup. Larson up strong. Going to be a hold. That's going to be called on Gillingham. It's going to be his second. Nope, correction. That's his third. Gillingham with 3. First foul on Bigfoot here. Ball tipped out of bounds. We'll stay with the Spartans. A lot of action in front of us, Pete.
This is the spot to be.
Gotta love it. Lead is 10 for the Spartans. Shot on the way long, but it goes to Pavlik. Hansen with the putback. He'll draw the foul on Mason Bennett. Gotta finish those. Lead is 10.
Coach Price playing with fire here a little bit. Gillingham and who do we got there?
Bennett with 3.
Bennett, both with 3 right on the way.
Max Hansen with 14. Not sure what his career high is, but that one's around and out, no good. Rebound by Gillingham. Oh, Foster wide open underneath, goes in, scores and fouled. There's that mismatch, Pete. You had Foster at 6'4", matched up on Nichols.
Well, the real issue with that, John, is there was no ball pressure up top. So when you can make a straight line pass into the post there,
it's too easy.
It's too easy. You got to make it so that it's a more difficult entry pass. That way you have time for help to get over, and you can get repositioned if you're Nichols.
Foster unable to convert the three-point play, so the lead stays at 9 for the Spartans. Nichols guarded by Bennett. Drives the baseline, goes up, going to call him for a charge. Nichols now with 2. Again, that one right in front of us too, Pete.
Yeah, and I think it was a pretty clear call. I mean, a clean call there. I shouldn't say clear. Anytime you get a block charge there's a little bit of a gray area, but it looked like he was set. Looked like Nichols came in and created the contact.
And Gillingham knocks down the 3. He's got 11. First three-pointer for the Chiefs.
I think they marked him down as a 2 on that one, John. They went from 29 to 31, so 7-point game. Pete Pavlik answering down here in the corner.
Third 3 here in the second half for Pavlik. We're going to change that Gillingham 3 to a 2, so 41-31. Say he was on the line. And the drive, we've got a foul called. That's going to be Max Hansen. That's his first.
Playing very clean game defensively right now. He's doing a really nice job with the body control, not bringing his arms down unless he's got a clean block up top, all those little things.
Oh, boy. Gillingham. Too easy, Pete. Too easy.
The communication issues are absolutely killing McFarland on the defensive end right now.
A steal for Bigfoot. Up ahead, Gillingham. Blocked foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Bigfoot bench up out of their seats, making some noise. Werwinski with the foul. Pete, already 4 team fouls on the Spartans. We're a little over 3 minutes into the second half. High Archer is around and in for Gillingham.
Finding yourself again here. At one point, going into halftime, you thought you might have a 15, 16-point lead. And now, 3.5 minutes in here, you're sitting at a potential 6-point game.
Second free throw, no good. Werwinski down with the board. He'll bring it up, take it all the way in, blocked and a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And he's able to get that deep there because of the forced help on Pavlik in the corner. You saw him looking as he's coming down that lane line extended. He's looking to get that kick to the corner, but they didn't help down far enough, so he just finishes at the rim there, gets himself 2 free throw opportunities.
First one is no good. That foul was on Wilson. That's his first, 3rd team foul here in the second half against Bigfoot. Lead at 7 for the Spartans. Jackson Werwinski looking to make it 8. Second one on the way is good. Nothing but net. Werwinski just with 5 here. Bigfoot, little sideline break. Nice job. Somebody jumps right out of the gym. That's Cuso. Wow.
I think you give him a year and he clears that guy totally next year. I mean, he has just got some athleticism. He's got some real pop.
Is he a football player?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's played some quarterback in the past. He's a running back, I think linebacker or a safety, but really incredible athlete. You know, we've talked all the time defensively about never leaving your feet because of that very reason right there. If they delay a little bit, boy, oh boy, it's just you and gravity, and that's not a fight you're going to win.
Wilson knocks down both free throws. It's a 6-point game, 42-36. A lot of time left in this one. Ryan Vogel, 15, and Eric Anderson, 22. Back out Anderson. Good ball movement by the Spartans. Fall away by Hansen, gets the roll.
He's got some great touch on that little jumper right now. Max is really feeling it on both ends of the floor. Great game for the kid.
16 for Max. Lead is 8. Foster is 30, again, just a sophomore. Over to Gillingham. Gillingham, nice drive. Vogel is going to be called for the hold.
You know, it didn't get him on this one here, but McFarland's got to be cognizant of their help defense right now. When Vogel got beat baseline there, nobody even seen that the guy was driving to the rim. You've got to make sure you see, you know, the old ball you man. Got to make sure you can see both, and you got to be able to get across the lane to stop that ball.
Basil Demko in, Peterson in for Bigfoot. That ball is loose. Greco chases it down in the backcourt. Yeah, next foul on the Spartans. Bigfoot shooting the bonus the rest of the way.
And that could be a massive difference here, not just for points, but availability as well.
Oh, Nichols just hustles in the Hansen. Good, Max Hansen.
What's some great energy brought on that defensive end by McFarland. Getting the transition in there for a bucket. I think that ties his career high. I think Max's career high is 18, John.
He's got 18. Basil Demko, number 12. Oh, nice job by Eric Anderson defending with the proper hand there.
That's the difference. You come with that inside hand instead of that outside one there, and you end up getting yourself a foul for going through the body. Really well done by him.
Goal, 3 ball on the way, no good. Long rebound goes to Greco. He'll lay it in and score coast to coast. Greco's first 2. Cuts the lead to single digits, 46-38, 12 and a half to go here in the second half. Nichols on the drive, kicks it back out, Werwinski. Drive by Jackson, he'll be, they're gonna call a charge. Wow.
Extension with the arm, maybe? I'm not sure on that.
It's one of those nights when the whistle blows, you're just not really sure what's going to be called. Now the officials are huddling up out here. If it was in fact a charge, now they're going to say it's a technical foul.
I think.
Which will go down as a personal foul and a team foul. So now, just like that, the Spartans with 8 team fouls.
Well, and how many free throws do we have?
Yeah,
we're going to get the 2 for the technical.
Bennett will miss. Should be just the 2 shots.
Shouldn't have any down here
out.
because it was an offensive foul down
Correct.
here.
So it should be big football out of bounds. Bennett hits the second one. Yeah, not saying right or wrong, but it's just one of those games where the whistle blows. You just don't know.
You hold your breath.
Yeah, the Spartans are going to take a timeout. 46-39 with 12:23 to go here in the second half.
Well, now you've got Nichols with 3 through 5.5 minutes of play. You've got Werwinski with 3, I believe. So you've got your top 2 guards here really in some foul trouble.
Yeah, Kuso, Werwinski, and Nichols all with 3.
You've got
Eric Anderson with 2.
Pavlik not in foul trouble, shooting very, very well, but fighting through some ailments here. So here you go. You know, it's the typical McFarland story so far this year. Here's a really bad hand you're being dealt. Go win it. So continue to work. You know, you've seen Garrett step up in the first half, Larson step up, you've seen Max Hansen step up. So now it's, here we go. We just got to keep stepping up, keep making plays.
Look at Eric Anderson out there guarding Foster, giving up a good 6 inches.
And probably relishing every moment of it, too.
3 ball on the way. Good from Mason Bennett.
Really well executed stagger screen, a little after timeout play by Bigfoot there to cut this thing to a 4-point lead.
46-42. It was 16 points with about a minute to go in the half. Hansen shot on the way, back of the iron, no good, gets his own rebound, steps up, off the glass, no good. Larson right there with the putback.
Again, great patience by Max, showing the little drive off the shot fake. Really, really well done by him.
Larson with 9, the lead is 6. Demko on the drive, pulls up from 10, good. Basil Demko, he's got 6.
And I don't think that was communicated the way that they want to do that defensively. I mean, to give up that kind of an angle there doesn't really make a ton of sense.
Steal, here comes Bennett. All the way to the hoop, off the glass, and good. We got a 2-point game. Bennett with 8. 48-46 as we near the 11-minute mark. Pavlik, shot on the way, good from 3 for Pete Pavlik.
You could just see him that whole possession hunting for that shot, really doing his best coming off those screens. The energy that he's playing with is really, really good.
Double dribble.
How ill he's feeling right now.
Pete Pavlik with 4 threes here in the second half. Lead is 5 for the Spartans, 10:44 to go here in the second half. Kuso back in, also
Lewinsky, I believe.
Lewinsky. Lead is 5 for the Spartans. Gonna go inside, Larson.
There's the kick out.
Pavlik, long, no good. Nice box out by Bryce Peterson. He'll bring it up for the Chiefs. To the cutting, Gillingham goes out of bounds. Now we've got Greco and Tyler Wilson in. There's that lob. They'll give it back to Bennett. Nice spin move by Bennett.
Great job by Jackson to fight over the top of that ball screen, really deterred any opportunity to drive middle.
Gillingham on the drive, lays it in with the scoop.
And that's the difference there between helping with hands and helping with feet. You know, Kuso tries to help, he gets his hands in there instead of sliding all the way in and stopping the drive with his feet.
How about Kuso taking it to the rack hard, draws the foul.
The kid has no fear. He has no fear. He plays incredibly confident.
Well, Gillingham now has 4, Pete. They're going to have to take him out. Looks like Foster will come in. Kuso gets the roll on the free throw, his first point of the night. Foster in, Gillingham out. 4 on Gillingham, 4 team fouls on Bigfoot here in the second half. 8 team fouls on the Spartans. 10:01 to go here. Half number 2, the lead is 4, make it 4. Bigfoot not going away. You would never guess they were 1-10 in the Rock Valley.
They compete. I mean, that's you get a community of that size coming in here. They want to show that they belong and that they can fight, and they sure as heck do.
Wilson now with 10. Fouls on Max Hansen, his second, 9th team foul. Wilson will go to the line to shoot 1. The lead is cut to 2. Make it, that was short. Nothing but net, but wrong side of the net. Nichols is in. Pavlik is out. 9:43 to go, 52-50. Bigfoot has never led. Is that correct, Pete? I don't believe they led early on.
I think McFarland got off to the first bucket with Max Hansen and just kind of stretched it out from there.
They are getting pushed to the limit tonight.
Got to think.
Nice move by Larson, no good. Hansen down with the rebound, but it gets tipped away. Tie up in the lane.
You got to think at some point you're going to get Pavlik back in the game here. Give him 2-3 minutes, let him catch a breather on the bench, and then close the game for you.
So Spartans will get it on the possession. Here's Nichols up from 3, no good. Long rebound, Kuso kept it alive. Larson down with the board. Nichols in the corner, kicks it back out. Max Hansen shot on the way, no good. Nichols chases it down. Larson back out, Hansen. Nice pass to Kuso.
The guy's seeing the floor incredibly well right now. Max Hansen passing up the open look to get that layup there for the freshman. Nicely done.
Kuso with 3. The lead is 4. A 2-possession game. There's the lob. Foster will chase it down. Double teamed in the corner.
You're down a guy now, though. If they move that ball, you could be in trouble.
Foster, nice shot fake. Fall away. Back of the rim, no good. Ball's loose. Foster's got it. Bigfoot retains possession. Bennett is 10. Greco gets it back out to Demko. Lead is 4. Kicked over Bennett. Long ball on the way. Short, no good. Rebound Larson. Up ahead to Werwinski.
Pavlik and Anderson at the table for McFarland to come in here to give you a stretch down the end.
Eight minutes. Nice cut, nice pass. Thought they could have gone up with that one.
Yeah.
Werwinski on the drive, one-hand around and good. Count it. Werwinski, big hoop for the Spartans, puts them up by 6. Fouls on Basil Demko, that's his first, team's 5th. Werwinski will go to the line to shoot. Jackson with 7. Make it 8. 57-50, big possession for the Spartans.
This is really a big time to finish this game for Bigfoot. If they end up, there you go, get a 3 there. If McFarland can get a 3 from Pavlik, extend this thing a little bit here, you could kind of start to put the pressure on Bigfoot to make some stops.
Pavlik, shot is short. Boy, Eric Anderson in there tipped it, kept it alive. Bigfoot comes down with it. Anderson steals it back.
How many more times can you say that kid's name in a possession?
And Werwinski makes the pass, makes the contact, called for the offensive foul. And on Jackson Werwinski, that will be his 4th.
In his 3rd charge? 2nd? I think he's had 3 offensive fouls because he had the layup and then he had an extension here again.
57-53, Spartans by 4 as we near the 7-minute mark here.
Looking for the 5-second call, but a reach instead.
And here we go with the reach now. Bigfoot shooting 2 from here on out. 7 minutes to go. Worse yet, Pete, you are now looking at Nichols with 4 and Werwinski with 4. The lead is 4. Make it 3.
So 2 of your primary ball handlers and better defenders on the perimeter.
Bennett putting together a good game here. 57-54. The lead is 3.
From a McFarland standpoint now, though, you've got 2 pretty solid shooters out there with both Vogel and Pavlik, not to mention the big guys who can really tickle the twine from on the outside there. So you've got some perimeter shooting. However,
a rare line violation
yes,
for high school basketball. Lead is 3. It is a 1-possession game. Spartans up. Anderson.
If you're McFarland here, you've got to be careful with balancing being patient with being passive.
20. Is that a career high?
I believe that's a career high. I have not checked the advanced statistics
and
analytics, but
Bennett. Oh, Bennett. Oh, is he having a game?
What a second half for him. Is that his 3rd 3 now,
I think
John?
He's got 16 unofficially. The lead is 2. There's a block. Pavlik draws the foul. That's going to be on Basil Demko. We may be here another half hour, Pete, even though there's 6 minutes on the clock. That is only the 5th team foul. That is Demko's 2nd, 6th. One more before the Spartans are in the bonus. Ball out to Anderson. Back to the inbounder. Pavlik off Vogel's screen, kicks it over to
Got to get into
Hansen.
your zone look here now. Identify the defense. That's a good look against the zone typically.
Good ball movement. That one is short. Off Bennett's hand, out of bounds, so the Spartans will keep it underneath their own basket. Anderson will inbound. Gets it to Larson.
Again, you're looking at a zone defense on the baseline out of bounds. McFarland's got to identify, get into their offense. Under 6 minutes to go now. The lead is 2, 59-57.
Spartans showing some patience. Tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with McFarland.
Interesting to see if Bigfoot will stay in their zone here. They've been using it as a baseline out-of-bounds defense and then being able to just stay in it that possession, but they've had some success here now, getting some decent stops and possessions. Looks like they're going to sit in that 2-3 again.
So Werwinski and Nichols both out there with 4 fouls, but not going to do any good sitting on the bench with 4.
Well, and a great rotation here from McFarland. They can get Pavlik his last breath here before the end of the game.
Well, there's a big play, Pete, because Gillingham picks up the foul, and that is his 5th. He will be the first to be disqualified or fouled out here. Nichols will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
And we talked earlier, too, about the difference between that inside hand or outside hand, right? And
right
here
there.
we go. We get that situation. You go with the incorrect hand, unnecessary contact, find yourself with a 5th foul.
1 and 1 for Nichols, looking for his first point. It's good. So the lead is up now to 3. Still a 1-possession game. Second free throw on the way, around and in. They got that back spin, got the shooter's roll.
He's got a nice rotation on that ball.
61-57. Gus Foster, number 30 for Bigfoot. He'll be guarded by Hansen.
I would expect you'd see
inside Hansen. Kind of sealed him there, Pete.
I would expect man-to-man defense here again with the clock starting to shorten here a little bit.
So Foster with the basket. Nichols from 3. No good. Rebound Cuso saves it. Who's got it? Loose ball right in front of us. Greco comes down with it. Here comes Bigfoot all alone on the other end is Wilson, who goes up and scores. Somebody hit the rim.
I think it was the guy who went up for the layup there. He kind of pulled on it as he went down.
We are tied at 61.
You get these loose ball situations here, John. You got 2-3 guys fighting for it. That's what you want. But the rest of those guys got to recognize on the court, they got to be the get back. Otherwise, you're going to get that leak out, and that really cost McFarland there.
We are tied for the first time since 0-0.
Pavlik looking to change that right here.
Good shot fake, kicks it back out. Werwinski, long ball on the way, good. Werwinski with 11, lead is 3. As we near the 4-minute mark, a 1-possession game. He's feeling it, Bennett, no good. Werwinski skies for the rebound. Up ahead to Cuso. Spartans will kick it back out.
You hold your breath on that 3 up top there for Bigfoot. You've seen him hit so many of those this game.
Steal by Greco, takes it to the rack, around and out, no good. Spartans come down with him.
Great job by Nichols to veer off.
Nice pass. Follow up by Pavlik, follows again, doesn't go. Steal by Nichols. Oh, it's getting wild out here. It's a dogfight. Lead is 3.
For the first time tonight, you get that 1-possession feel now. There's a little bit of tension here.
Werwinski, there it is, the charge.
And that's his 5th, John.
Tell you what, the official had his hand behind his head before the contact was made. You could see that one was coming. So the possession goes to Bigfoot. Werwinski is done.
Big thing right now, you got to be composed because the last thing you want to do, tensions are high for coaches, players, officials. Last thing you want is for something like that, a bad reaction to cost you a ball game.
Foster double team, stole it away. Here comes Nichols all the way to the basket, blocked by Foster, and here comes Greco going the other way. Peterson lays in, 5-on-4.
Shorter man on the defensive end here.
64-63. Lead is 1. We said this was going to be an exciting one. By golly, it is. Cuso is 30. Running one-hander, Pavlik. Rebound, Larson goes back up. Pavlik up, off the glass and good. Boy, Pete just stayed with it and is hustling out there.
And I'll tell you the thing I love about Pete Pavlik, you don't know if it's a 40-point game or if it's a one-possession game. The guy is he's right there, level-headed, just doing his job.
Lead back up to 3 for the Spartans. Bennett. Oh, Foster.
Great deflection by Pavlik. Really well done by him defensively coming over on that help side.
Good move by Foster, but unable to finish. Now we're at 1:40 to go. The lead is 3. Cuso on the baseline. Shot fake, fouled. He'll go to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
They're going to talk.
That's a freshman.
They're going to talk to him about that, though. I think McFarland was kind of trying to hold the ball a little bit, need a little clock, and he saw some daylight and went there. But what great composure underneath here, not to force it into a shot block opportunity and get the foul.
Cuso with 3 points on the night. Free throw around and out, no good. I believe it's timeout for
Bigfoot, I think called it.
Minute 30 to go here in the second half. It's 66-63. Spartans by 3. Again, coming into tonight, Bigfoot 3-12 on the season. Wins over Clinton, Harvard, Illinois, and Williams Bay. Spartans came in 9-6, but losing 4 out of their last 7. Spartans 7-4 in the conference. Bigfoot 1-10. Those records don't mean a thing right now.
No. You get to the second round of that conference play, and you made your adjustments from the first time through. Your team has grown. Young kids have experience. They're varsity guys now if they were a first year. You got some guys that are nicked up. You got injury. You got all these different things. And Bigfoot's out here competing. They got guys that are stepping up, and we're talking about the guys from McFarland who are coming in and making plays. But how about these Bigfoot kids just knocking down big shot after big shot? And down 16 at one point in the first half. It had been real easy to pack the bags and get back on the road to Walworth County, and they had no interest in doing that. They wanted to come out here and compete. So
they have never led. They did tie the score here moments ago, but Spartans are back up 3. Second free throw for Cuso, good.
This is where you got to really, if you're McFarland, you got to be talking to Cuso about situational stuff. You're a freshman, probably hasn't been in a lot of these before. Make sure he's aware of what's going on.
Oh, there's that cut underneath. They kick it back out, Foster. Peterson, Foster, holds the ball over his head. Back out, Bennett.
They got the
thought about it.
Length on the shooter out here. That's going to be his 5th now.
They're going to call Nichols for his 5th with 1:05 to go here in the second half. And a technical foul. Well, you've seen just about everything tonight, Pete.
So this one is going to be 4 free throws then. He'll get the double, I believe, and then or the technical, and then the double bonus. So you've got a situation now where you could tie this game up right on the line.
Without the clock.
Without the clock running. And then you're going to get the ball after the technical, I believe.
First free throw by Foster is good. That's his first free throw of the night. 67-64. Yeah, they could tie it up here without a second coming off the clock. Might as well keep him there. No.
Now,
I don't get that, you know.
So I think they shot the technical first, so they got to put the shooter for the bonus. I'm not sure the order of how that goes.
Foster was the one who was fouled. Rolls and goes for Bennett. They are going to tie this game potentially without a second coming off the clock. They don't. That one does not fall. 67-66. Timeout McFarland. Bigfoot has never led, and now with 1:05 to go, they have the ball with a chance to take their first lead.
And I'll tell you what, 36-minute game, you'd like to not be trailing the whole time, but if you can have that lead in that last minute, I mean, that's a whole deal breaker right there. You can really put the pressure on McFarland now, who's out. Werwinski with 5, is that correct here? Nichols with 5?
Yep.
So you're going to have some young guys here. It looks like you're going to have freshman Kyle Cuso possibly on the court, sophomore, I believe, Ryan Vogel. Going to have some guys who don't have a ton of varsity experience. So your veteran guys have got to start talking here about situational stuff as you come down the stretch. You got to have Max Hansen, Garrett Larson, these guys who have been through this a little. Pete Pavlik. Looks like Eric Anderson's going to be in here.
Tell you what, I've been doing games for a long time. I don't know if I ever remember 3 technical fouls in a game.
All on the same squad.
So the lead is 1. Bigfoot will inbound out at midcourt. That'll be Eli Greco. Whoever wins this one tonight's going to earn it.
And whoever paid admission to come here is getting every cent worth. Great defense by Pete Pavlik right there to contest that shot. Just working his tail off right now.
.35 seconds to go. Timeout Bigfoot.
So if you're Bigfoot here now, you've got it down to 35. Didn't get quite the shot you wanted. Are you going to hold for 1 here? Are you going to try to run a set to get a quick hitter? You know, what's the mindset going there? And then McFarland right now, they've got the unenviable task of having to have to talk all of the possibilities, right?
Well, for one, you can't foul.
Right.
They ate up 30 seconds of time there, almost 30 seconds.
So if you're Coach Meinholt and the staff, you got to be talking about, if they hit a 3, we're down 2, here's what we want. If they hit a 2, we're down 1. They have timeouts to use, but you'd like them to have an idea of what are we going to do when we get that rebound, those sorts of things.
The lead is 1. Bigfoot will inbound opposite their bench. Spartans will match up defensively. 34.9 seconds. Bennett is 10. Over to Foster. Foster on the drive. Back out Bennett. Inside. Around and out, no good, but it's tipped out here to Foster. Shot on the way, good for 3. First lead of the game for Bigfoot. Timeout Spartans. It's 69-67. Bigfoot. Wow. Foster knocks down the 3. And with 15 seconds to go, Bigfoot has their first lead of the game.
Well, some incredible composure by Foster. Just to be action ready when he gets that tip out, buries the shot up top. Very well contested 3. I mean,
he's
got a hand in his face, and he just did not care. Just absolutely drilled that shot.
I tell you what, Bigfoot can come out of here with a win. This just kind of turns your whole season around. It's really kind of a game to hang your hat on and say, hey, you can play with good teams.
Well, especially when you're looking at how young these guys are. I mean, how many times have we mentioned this sophomore? I mean, this is something that can give them the momentum going through, and when you're getting into the doldrums of that summer stuff, all those things going on, knowing that you're that close. You know, you've got a couple of games that you can kind of look at and say, basket here, basket there, we're a 500 team, and then you get a staple win like this. That could be a big game changer for them.
69-67. Bigfoot's not going to pick up in the back court. Well, maybe a little token pressure.
I always worry about having a young guy taking it out of bounds, so Kyle Cuso gets it in without issue.
Here come the Spartans. 8 seconds to go. Out top, Vogel. Cuso, shot on the way from 3, around it out, no good. Rebound by Greco, and he is fouled with 1 second to go.
A great job by Kyle Cuso to be ready on that catch. Thought it was a real nice stroke there. Rattles out, total composure.
Big shot to take for a freshman, but you look confident out there.
Well, and great adjustment by Bigfoot. You know, seeing that set as it all went through, I don't think he was the primary option on it, but Bigfoot really helped off to make sure he was the one that could get it, and, you know, well executed by Bigfoot defensively.
Okay, free throw was no good. Again, the Spartans aren't going to have much time to get one off here. Second one is no good, and that'll do it. Tell you what, Pete, probably better you miss the second free throw.
Otherwise, you get the whole full court throw, a little tip in, all that stuff to be able to get that missed free throw. Want to make the first, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're going to miss any of them, that second one's the one to make or miss.
Our final score here: the Bigfoot Chiefs 69, the McFarland Spartans 67. Hey, hats off to Bigfoot, trailing the entire game. And then Foster knocks down that 3 for your first lead, and you win 69-67. Yeah, we thought coming in tonight that the Spartans are going to have their hands full, and I tell you, Bigfoot got down by 16 late in the first half, and they come back to get a 2-point win. They'll go to 4-12. They'll go to 2-10 in the Rock Valley. Spartans will go 9-7, 7-5 in the Rock Valley. McFarland's got some tough ones coming up yet. They've got Evansville, Edgerton, East Troy, and Turner yet. 4 teams that beat them the first time around. So not going to get any easier for the Spartans, but you know what? You got to just put this one behind you and keep moving forward.
Got to focus on the next possession. Got to focus on the next game. You know, you could see at times here in this game some guys getting a little rattled with some things that are going on, and if you lose that focus, this is what ends up happening. You end up getting nipped there. So great learning experience for these young men, great learning experience for this team, and taking on into the next game.
Well, some kids had to step into some pretty important roles tonight. That's going to help you in the long run, no question.
Well, and Max Hansen, I mean, this is a kid who, you know, 2-3 games ago was in a bit of a scoring drought. I think he had 2 points within 2 games and comes out and just establishes himself early. Gets a career-high scoring-wise here unofficially, of course, but really comes out and is dominant. And, you know, credit the Bigfoot and their adjustments in the second half to try to limit his impact on the other end there.
So, again, big thank you to Patrick and Stephanie and Andrew who make all of this possible. Again, we have the easy job. We always say that. We are going to be back here 1 week from tonight when the Spartan girls host East Troy. Then we'll be back on the 20th when the girls host Edgerton. And we'll finish out our broadcast season on Monday the 24th when the boys host Broadhead. Pete, it's been great working with you. I believe Bill will be back for the next 3, but you never know. We might have to have you step in again. And the one thing we do know is we can't have you during football.
That's right. And I'm in the booth next to you guys. They're trying to make a couple calls myself. So hopefully I can get use my connects down in Broadhead, get some of those games rescheduled so that we can get Bill out of here and I can sit at the table with you. So thanks again for the opportunity from both Bill and from yourself. Tell you what, all I got to do is stay out of the way, and I look pretty good sitting next to you. So thanks for setting me up on a few of those.
It's fun. Thanks, Pete, and we'll be back at school tomorrow like we always are. So, again, final score tonight, Bigfoot 69, McFarland 67. Thanks for watching, everyone.